I'm Edie Lush, Executive Editor at Hub Culture, and we are here in Davos. It is 2026. I'm very pleased now to be joined by, now wait for it, very long introduction, integrative medical practitioner, clinical psychologist, cognitive scientist, neuroscientist, have I got it all?
Yeah.
ORC Health, Dr. Konstantin Pavlidis. How are you today?
Very good. Wonderful day here. It's great to be
beautiful.
here. Yeah.
So I want to talk, at Hub Culture, we've been talking a lot about ancient wisdom and incorporating ancient wisdom into our modern life. You work with a lot of different people who suffer things like trauma, who suffer stress, who suffer burnout, and your approach is to integrate what you've learned from the East with modern science, Western science. Talk a little bit about, first of all, how you got to this place.
Yeah, so my mother was a healer. We come from an ancient Ionian background in the Black Sea, so we're the Greeks that lived there, never lived in Greece as such. And the culture was very integrative in itself. I grew up watching her dealing with people's ailments and problems, dislocations, sprains, cuts and whatever, fixing people up from rehabilitating them.
Right.
So I became an expert in traumatology, rehabilitating people from car accidents, sports injuries, strokes, etc. And my sister was a leading psychologist, or she was a psychologist at the time. She's a leading one, 10 years older than me. So I had exposure to psychology. And so the only thing that really interested me at school was science.
Right.
All the rest of the things I was interested in, I would study on my own. So I thought, yeah, this is challenging, and I want to learn how to use a language that explained unusual paranormal metaphysical phenomena. Hence the science. Studied education degree in phys chem, biogeomath. Did my master's in basically biophysics. And then I started to want to work out how to explain altered states of consciousness, which took me onto a journey that basically made me a pioneer in cognitive science. So over the years, I also am a movement master. I have been training and teaching at mastery level of Tai Chi, Shaolin, Hongqian, yoga, meditation, etc. throughout my youth. And that led me to extract the principles of wisdom traditions, bring them into the clinical context using scientific terminology and language, and medical and therapeutic techniques for a person's whole self-development. So that's my approach, basically, in a nutshell.
Give us an example of a real-life client that you've helped where people might be surprised about the different techniques that you encourage them to employ.
Yeah, so in a psychological context, I take them on a journey that does not look at the illness, so that we have to put a label on a person and say, you have X condition, you have these symptoms, therefore you are a paranoid, schizophrenic, or whatever. What I do is I help people by taking them on a journey through their own insights into their subconscious mind. And they list all of these through the guidance that I offer them. It's called a life map. You close your eyes, you go into your subconscious, and you begin to learn to listen to your own subconscious mind and learn to see through your body's perspective of life. So listening and hearing to yourself.
Interesting.
I've used tech that helps to integrate the sympathetic, parasympathetic nervous system interface. So basically, how your conscious mind listens to your subconscious mind, and it shows very clearly and quickly within like 10 minutes how well you're listening to yourself, how close you are to a burnout, and how well you are managing stress on a day-to-day basis. So I've taken tech based on light, sound, electricity, magnetic fields, Tesla plasma, and radio waves, and this is basically a platform that for the first time in history enables allopathic medicine to speak with complementary, alternative and traditional medicine, because the languages are very different. Allopathy is based on scientific parameters that are Newtonian and Cartesian, and so anything to do with something that you can't see, touch, measure, and is not physical, it just looks at it and says, question mark, what is this about? Oh, is that quantum? Oh my God, I hate that word.
Right.
It's like, you know, it shifts all the time, and it's based on the impact of the observer on the observed. We can't measure it properly.
Right.
It's spooky stuff. I don't really like it. So I've created a quantum worldview based on my experiences with people who I help them to understand that it's not that they are ill, there's just their dynamic homeostasis is out of balance. And if they've got mental disorders, it is because their worldview is different.
Right.
And most of the time it's more quantum than it is mechanistic.
How do you build trust with your clients who might not be used to such a different approach?
So I create the space to listen to them and allow for their inner child to be heard and feel like it counts. And more importantly, I am not putting them in a box. I'm not labeling them. I'm offering them all the opportunities to learn how to go inside, go on their own inner journey. They basically will write all this up, and then I look at their life map, and then I take them on their ancestral triangle connection, which is their link between their parents and their inherited karma. So I reflect things to them that basically aren't run-of-the-mill. I allow them to see and hear things that they normally have been told either that there's a problem with them. Basically, I create new references.
Interesting.
And those references give them an opportunity to see and feel that they're maybe, just because they're different, doesn't mean there's something wrong with them.
Anyone that's really surprised you that you've been able to help heal?
Lots, actually, but there's one in particular who's had a lot of karmic issues, let's call them inherited, through the genes and its ancestral karma. Very complex person, gone through, I would say, hell on earth in this life, and managed to find a way through by listening, supporting, going on the journey with them, and adding more pieces to the jigsaw that weren't there. So imagine a picture of yourself being represented by like 1,000 pixels. Most of us have about 50 pixels regarding what our life's about.
Right.
So what I do is I download information and I add pixels each time they come, so that picture of themselves becomes that much clearer.
Interesting.
And that's important. So hopefully one day they get HD vision of themselves.
Thank you so much for stopping by the Hub Culture
Very
studio.
welcome.
I'm Edie Lash.